Should former President Moshe Katsav be granted an early release from prison? The imprisoned Israeli leader has only served 2/3 of a 6-year sentence for rape, but the parole board is still considering granting him an early release. The Movement for Quality Government has closely been monitoring the case, and attorney Michael Partem told ILTV's Steve Leibowitz that justice is better served if he serves out his full term.
Well, it's difficult to see what circumstances have changed in the last few months to bring about a change in opinion by the parole board. There is precedent which says that a program of rehabilitation outside of the of jail is not sufficient reason for an early release, because if the person is repentant and he undergoes a process of rehabilitation, that should be done while he's in prison. So I would say the movement, and discussing it with people in the movement, there's still no reason for us to change our position to be in favor of an early release or early parole. And of course, just from our point of view, the crimes committed, which are a sort of a misabuse of power, one of the more heinous abuses of power that is all too prevalent in our society and in our government history, in terms of taking advantage of people who are working for you in that way. And again, he was convicted of raping public servants who are under his charge, which is a really severe crime, which we think should be stamped out at all costs. So from that point of view, we're not interested in any sort of easing of the penalties. Forgiveness, there's always room. Repentance, there's always room. On a personal level, it's difficult to know what's going on. We're not there. But on the level of the principles of, one, rehabilitation, and two, the crimes committed, we're not in favor of any parole for Mr. Katsav.
On the other hand, well, obviously, if he repented and apologized to his victims and expressed remorse, then perhaps the movement even would be in favor of some kind of leniency. But that's not the case, because he thinks he's innocent, or he declares his innocence. On the other hand, he's been a model prisoner. He's a very elderly man. I doubt, or it seems doubtful, that he would be a threat to any women, because no women are going to be working for him, number one, and number two is he's in a different place in his life in terms of his possibility of attacking anyone. From all of those perspectives, I mean, if he was any other prisoner under these circumstances, did not express remorse, but was a model prisoner and elderly and really unable to attack anyone else, they would probably get the third reduction, and I don't know if there would be any objection from the movement.
We're involved in quality government. That's our motto, is to try to strengthen quality government in Israel. And that means that criminals against quality government, those who commit severe crimes while they're in public office, from our point of view, should be punished to the fullest extent under the law, because it sends the message that we want to send. In terms, again, of parole, there are factors which are taken into account, and some of them you have mentioned, which are both plus and minus. The plus is that he's an elderly gentleman who has been a good prisoner, apparently. Again, and the minus is, and this is sort of public knowledge, that he has never expressed any remorse or contrition, and has not made up with the victims, and or at least it seems, he evidences a belief that he did nothing wrong. And so that's a factor against early release. And again, it's difficult to see if he's willing to undergo a process of rehabilitation, which would mean that he understands what he did is wrong, then he should have done that already. He should have done that, in prison.